Hey everybody, welcome to One Flight Down Basement Beer Tastings and episode 5 of our Home Brews series. So if you haven't watched the others, check the description below. You can link there, or just go to my channel and scroll and find the episodes. But we've done 4 previous to this. And so far in this series, they've all been beers that my friend Chris brought to me about a month ago. And we're trying to do these episodes like once a week. Every Monday we're trying to do. And so far, I think we're hitting our target. So yeah, we did an English-style bitter. We did a Weiss beer, a California Common. Last week we did a porter that was just divine. Today we're moving into something maybe a little more experimental. It's a little bit different. It's still a traditional style beer, but it's just a little more outside the box than say like a porter or a bitter, that kind of thing. So what he did here, so Chris usually makes a beer at Christmas time. Starts making it in September, and he decided this year to make an old ale, which is an English style, often kind of thought of as the same as like a barley wine. It's a little heavier in the alcohol content, darker beer usually. So that's really all it has to do with Christmas. It still seemed like a good enough reason to bust out my One Flight Down Christmas t-shirt, which you could buy one at Redbubble down in the description below as well. So anyways, that's enough, me trying to get you to buy my stuff. But that's really all it has to do with Christmas. It doesn't have like pine or cranberries or any of those kinds of things that you would put in a beer to give it a Christmassy flavor. But it's Christmassy enough for me. It's a good reason to wear this shirt in the middle of May. So this is an English-style old ale, coming in at about 9% alcohol. Merry Christmas indeed. And what makes it a bit different, couple of things. One is he used oak chips soaked in bourbon partway through this. And the other is an old ale is a style that is meant to be aged. But he said he had read somewhere that you can mimic that by using black treacle or treacle. It's basically molasses. It's molasses, but in England it's called treacle or treacle. I don't know. So someone from the British Isles can correct me on that. But yeah, and apparently the author that who wrote the article he read this in said that using the North American molasses just wouldn't cut it. It had to be black treacle. He went out and he found some at an all-natural food store here in Winnipeg. I should actually get the name of the store for you, because if you're watching this in Winnipeg, that's knowledge you might want to have. GJ Andrews on Academy Road in Winnipeg. So if you're looking for some black treacle or treacle, that's where you're gonna get it. But yeah, let's crack this open and give this a try. I'm really looking forward to this. Also, I just want to note that all the other beers that he gave me have been like that size. His 9% Christmas beer is a little bigger, so that makes me excited too. All right, let's crack this open. All right. Ooh, it smells boozy. Okay, I'm going to use my little brown jug glass. It just seems like the right style of glass. This kind of tulip glass seems like the right style of glass for this kind of a beer. I don't know. I don't know what I'm basing that on. It just seems right to me. So here we go. Another thing too, he did say that he often at Christmas time will try and do a Belgian style beer, but went with the English one this time. So. And he also said on this one, he purposely tried to keep the carbonation low. So if you're not seeing a lot of head or anything on that, that's why. Interesting again that I got the booziness as soon as I opened the bottle, but not noticing it as much right now. There's a sweetness there too, though. All right, let's give this a try. It's very, very nice. Yeah, there's a real sweetness to it. And also, What I like is it's not as boozy as I was expecting. There is you can taste a little bit of the. I don't know if I'm necessarily even picking up that it's bourbon. But yeah, there's a definite little bit of like a whiskey taste in there, but it's not overpowering. And I find that sometimes when you get into beers that are done in like whiskey barrels and things like that, it just gets it's too boozy for my taste. I'm not usually a fan of that, but this is actually quite nice. There's room for a little more in my glass today too. Okay, so the ingredients on this, the malts, barley malt, Maris Otter, medium crystal, a Bryce extra special malt, and a black patent malt. Hops, Fuggles to 50 IBU, and he uses London Ale 3 yeast. And of course the other ingredients are the Lyle's Black Treacle, and this is what the can looks like. Chris said he was a little disturbed when he saw it, and yeah, that's an odd looking thing to have to pick up in the store. The English, man. All right, and he also used Maker's Mark soaked oak chips. So this is really, really nice. I haven't had an old ale in a while, so I don't really have something to compare it to in terms of, if it's style perfect or not, but it's really damn good. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I can get on Chris's Christmas list, because if he does one of these again, I would love to have some more of this. Like, this tastes like being in that English pub, right? Like, it's just, this is absolutely delicious. I actually do have an old ale that I picked up from Non-Such Brewing fairly recently that I've got kicking around. So I should have that soon and kind of do like a comparison. I was going to say side by side, but I only have the one bottle of this, so there won't be any side by side on this. All right, so I'm gonna savor this slowly. Thanks for tuning in. We do have another episode coming up, hopefully next Monday. The last of the 6 beers that Chris dropped off for this series. Now, that doesn't mean the series is coming to an end. I do have someone else who promised a few beers that he's making at home. And if he doesn't, Thor, if you don't bring those to me soon, I'm coming for you, man. So I've got more homebrews coming, so I'm going to keep the homebrew series going. It might not be every Monday, but I'm going to keep the series going. But next week, we're doing the one that Chris said was his most experimental beer he'd ever made. It's a Norwegian ale. It sounds really interesting. He basically got a book for a gift one year for Christmas or something, and it was Norwegian beer recipes, and this one had juniper in it, and he thought it sounded really interesting. It sounds really interesting to me. I'm really looking forward to cracking it open. So what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and get Chris in here, either in the one flight down environment, or if we have to do it virtually, we'll find a way to bring him in here. But coordinating people's schedules, and we got like jobs and things, so we got to find the time to make it work. I'm gonna try and get that episode out next week, but there's a chance it could be a longer wait this time. We'll figure it out. Anyways, take care of yourselves. I would say have one of these, but it's the homebrew series. This is about as rare a beer as it's gonna get. So go find yourself a good beer and enjoy it. Cheers, everybody. I'm sick and I'm tired and I need to go home. Been here all week just drinking alone. I've had whiskey, tequila, gallon.